Okay, it's October. What is it, 14? 15? Something like that. It's another week, and we've just arrived, and man, they've made a lot of progress. It looks absolutely fantastic. They're close to being done with what they're gonna do. So all four of the beams are in, and they're almost completely done filling in the foundation wall, rebuilding the stone wall, and the whole place just it looks so much more solid, and it just feels so much more secure, level, sturdy. Yeah, it's just psychologically, it couldn't be more changed. So we are really happy. I think they did a good job with the setting of the stones too. That looks like it can last for another 250 years. All right, so here we go. Just walk around here. You can see there's the ventilation shafts that are set in. I'm not totally happy with those, I guess, if I have to be critical about something. I just spent more time on making those more interesting, but yeah, I guess it's something I could do one day if I wanted to. We've left this area. I asked them to leave it open. The idea being that you would get a bobcat or something in here and actually dig out this area of basically from where I'm standing, and have sort of an exterior entrance into a more usable cellar under this side of the cabin. I mean, part of me feels that I'd like to see it all finished, and but I knew I was going to have second thoughts at this point. So I still think it's a good idea to have a door in this way. It's going to help me dig out the basement, get the dirt out, for one thing, because we couldn't afford to have these guys do that right now. And it'll also be, I think, a smart way to, there's going to be some waste line and water line and things that in the future possibly that'll come in and out of this out of the cabin, and we can do it very easily this way, to have working access to underneath the floor, rather than trying to climb down a hatch and do all the work that way. So I think this is actually in the long term practical and smart. At least that's what I'm telling myself. All right. I just, the way these things sit and interlock with each other is fantastic. Really exciting. We always knew this place was in good shape, and that was corroborated by the sort of local antiquarian and a few of the other craftsmen who have been out here to see it. But it just really reinforced today, and seeing how sort of straight and true the corners are. It's in remarkably good shape for a building this old. This new foundation wall just reinforces that. cold now too. I'm guessing this might be some of the last work these guys do this season. There's snow on the ground on the drive up, and the interior feels so much more enclosed and sealed up, but it's still really cold in there. You definitely need a fire. Really happy to see how they patched this this log. It's impressive. It's glued. Looks like feels like wood. It feels like just normal wood glue. Maybe not. To ask about that, but they certainly matched it perfectly. It's surgical, and apparently this fairly quickly we'll see a darkening of this wood, and it'll kind of disappear. All right, let's go inside. This is a impressively high step, new threshold. The bottom beam just seems huge, especially compared to what we had before. I think we'll leave that. If we have some kind of a deck out here, it won't be that large of a step. Okay, I guess things are sort of basically the same in here, but they've laid in the ventilation ducts, and they've laid down some more of this polystyrene mats. And it's also nice to see, I'm not sure if this camera is getting it, but they packed mortar into the joints from this side, which we knew they were going to do. We discussed that. So everything is really, really, really tight. Yeah. I suppose I'll have to cut these. Maybe they're going to cut these off. There's no need for them to extend that far within the crawl space. These are just lying. Yeah, okay. It's probably too dark to see. This is the one spot, again, I don't think the camera can see it, but I can, where the joist there for the loft was resting on a brick shelf of that firewall there. And I felt, when I first walked up, I felt like that we'd gained a lot of height, a foot, it felt like. But it looks like we've only gained like what they said, because you can see the gap there. And unless there's some sort of incredible new deflection in that beam, which yeah, there's probably some, but I doubt there's that much. We got 6 inches. That'll help on height. Alright. Go find Haga and try to embarrass her in some way. The kids didn't come with us this time. They had stuff going on. I think they're just sort of uninterested in a up and back trip. Here's our what we've got left here. I feel sort of honor bound to figure out some way to salvage what's salvageable here and do something with it. I don't think that'll be too hard, but I don't know what it is yet. And the yard is certainly taking a beating. I don't know how long it'll take for that thing. The grass was really nice here at once, but it'll come back. We've got a good pile of gravel that we'll be left with for other projects. Yeah. I think right now this is my favorite facade. So I'll stop here.